Our Foreign Editor Sophie Mokoena sat down with Russian Federation's Vice Minister of Telecommunications and Mass Communications, Alexey Volin. Sophie first asked him how important South Africa's bilateral relations are with Russia. Here's how it all went down.
The ties between Russian Federation and South Africa is rather active, but we are not satisfied on their level because we suppose that we can make more in economic sphere and also in the media sphere. The role of the media here is different because on one hand, media should support the further relations of the economic sphere. Because if you want to develop the economic ties, you need more information. The information about opportunities, the information about the rules of the game, and the role of the media here is very high because media should inform and should promote. But on the other hand, we understand that Russia and South African Republic are located far away from each other. And the distance usually is the great obstacle on the way of the developing economic ties. But it is not true for the digital economy, for the modern economy. Because when you're operating in the modern digital economy, there is no problem with distance. It's only the problem with producing the proper and interesting content. And here we suppose that Russia and South Africa has a lot of opportunities for the developing ties in the media sphere, because present media is the digital media. And we discuss a lot of opportunities with our potential counterparts here in South Africa. We discussed the opportunity of joint production of films, serials, documentary. We discussed the opportunity of the cooperation in the sphere of distributing animation, TV serials and movies. We discussed the opportunity of the joint production of software and element base for distributing them, not only in the market of the South African Republic, but also in the markets of the neighboring countries, because we suppose that South Africa playing the leading economic role in the southern part of the African continent. And we are ready to cooperate broadly and widely with our South African counterparts. We also discussed the problem of the cybersecurity, because this problem is a virtual problem at the present moment. A lot of people, a lot of economies now depends on the stability work of internet. And that is the obligation of the national government to promote the stability and security of internet on their national territory. And here we're also ready to cooperate with our South African partners.
How do you ensure that you allow a free flow of information? You also ensure that it's not abused, and that as you regulate or look at this issue of cyber problem, it's not being interpreted as stifling information or censorship?
There are several aspects here. The first is the legislative aspect. Both in Russian Federation and the South Africa, censorship is being prohibited. So that's the first legislative guarantee against the possible censorship in the internet. The second, it's the technical reason. There is no technical opportunity to organize the censorship in internet. We even know about the firewall in China. But those in China who want to get another sources of the information, they have opportunity using the new technologies, VPN technologies and some other technologies. It is possible to find the breaks in the firewall. So there is no reason to build up such a great wall, because you spend a lot of money and you get no result. So that's why when we're speaking about the cybersecurity, first of all, we're speaking about the opportunity to organize the infrastructure of the internet on the national territory. And this is a big support for the media, because if you don't have the infrastructure, if you don't have worldwide internet, broadband internet, if you don't have the modern technologies, there is no way to distribute the modern content.
You visited the South African Broadcasting Corporation.
I'm very much impressed by the South African Broadcast Corporation because on my mind there is a lot of potential spheres for the cooperation among SABC and Russian partners, including television, movie and serial producers, producers of mobile platforms, and so on and so forth. And I hope that you'll have a lot of Russian delegations for discussing cooperation with SABC.
Now, over 1 million